Bakram Jeet calendar part 50. Well, we have provided you 50 videos, full-fledged videos on Bakram Jeet calendar. And we have not just talked about Bakram Jeet calendar, but we have certainly drawn the comparison and contrast with the other reigning calendars as well. We have tried to find the similarities and differences with the other calendars, and we have talked about the lunar calendar, Hijri calendar, Islamic calendar, and we have also talked about the Gregorian calendar by Pope Gregory uh, by Pope Gregory 13. So we're in a process of telling you something about the Gregorian calendar, and now I explain how was it adopted. So I explained that how the Gregorian calendar was adopted. Although Gregory's reform was enacted on the most solemn of forms available to the Church, the bull had no authority beyond the Catholic Church, of which he was supreme religious authority, and the papal states which he personally ruled. The changes that he was proposing were changes to the civil calendar, over which he had no authority. They required adoption by the civil authorities in each country to have legal effect. Well, the bill became the law of Catholic Church in 1582, but it was not recognized by the Protestant churches and the Eastern Orthodox churches, Oriental Orthodox churches, and a few others as well. Consequently, the days on which Easter and related holidays were celebrated by different Christian churches again diverged. On 29 September 1582, Philip II of Spain decreed the change from the Julian to the Gregorian calendar. This affected much of the Roman Catholic Europe, as Philip was at the time ruler of Spain and Portugal, as well as much of Italy. In these territories, as well as in the Polish Lithuanian Commonwealth, ruled by Anna Jagiellon, and in the Papal State, the new calendar was implemented on the dates specified by the bull, with Julian, Thursday, 4th of October 1582, being followed by Gregorian Friday, 15 October. The Spanish and the Portuguese colonies followed somewhat later de facto because of the delay in communication. The other major Catholic power of the Western Europe, France, adopted the change a few months later. 9 December was followed by 20 December. Many Protestant countries initially objected to the adoption of Catholic innovation. Some Protestants feared the new calendar was part of a plot to return them to the Catholic fold. For example, the British could not bring themselves to adopt Catholic system explicitly. The annex, the, the annex to their calendar, New Style Act 1750, established a computation for the date of Easter that achieved the same result as Gregory's rules without actually referring to him. Britain and the British Empire, including the eastern part of what is now the United States, adopted the Gregorian calendar in 1752. Sweden followed in 1753. Prior to 1917, Turkey used the lunar Islamic Hijri calendar with Hijri era for journal purposes and the Julian calendar for fiscal purposes. The start of the fiscal year was eventually fixed on 1 March. At 1 March, and the year number was roughly equivalent to that of the Hijri year, and we used to call it the Rumi calendar as well. As the solar year is longer than that of the lunar calendar or the lunar year, this originally entailed the use of escape years. Every so every so often, when the number of the fiscal year would jump from 1 March 1917, the fiscal year became Gregorian rather than Julian. On 1 January 1926, the use of Gregorian calendar was extended to include the use of general purposes, and the number of the year became the same as in most other countries. So this is how we come to the end of calendar studies, to the end of Bakram Jeet study. So we've talked about the calendars of our subcontinent. We've compared and contrasted them with various international calendars, and we've provided information, knowledge, and education on the same topic. That's all for the day. Bye bye. See you tomorrow with new topic. Take care.